Okay, so we've had about 275 to 300 grams of fresh root ginger that has been peeled and finely sliced in the saucepan boiling for about 10 minutes now. What that does is it allows the fibres to break down and the flavour of the ginger to infuse into the water and the properties to be released. I'm going to turn that down now because we don't want the water to evaporate and there to be no tea left. So I'm going to turn that down to a very fine simmer. And I'm going to leave that for another 30 minutes and then I'm going to come and check it again. If you want the infusion to be stronger, then you can leave it to boil for longer. I usually leave mine for 40 minutes. I check it after 30 and maybe just top up the water slightly for the last 10 minutes. You can already see that some of that has evaporated whilst the water's been boiling. So I'm going to pop the lid back on now. Again, we don't want the water to evaporate. And I'll see you in 30 minutes. Bye. Okay, so the ginger root's now been gently simmering for a further 30 minutes. And I'm going to take the lid off. Perfect. That is smelling fiery at the moment, which is great. It shows that the ginger root has been breaking down and that all the properties and the taste is going to be infused in the water. I do like mine extra fiery, so I'm going to leave it on for another 10 minutes. If you don't want it so fiery, now's the perfect time to turn the heat off and just pop the lid back on to leave it to cool, or alternatively you can go straight on to the next video where I will be adding the lemon and agave. Okay, see you shortly. Okay, so the tea's now been gently simmering for another 10 minutes, so in total boiling for 10, simmering for 40, and that is now ready. So I'm just going to turn the heat off, and if you've been out today like me and you found that it was freezing and you would like a nice hot cup of ginger tea to warm the circulation, then we're going to move on to the next stage. I have juiced 1 lemon, so I'm now going to add juice of 1 lemon. Now, I'm personally not a fan of sugar. I don't really like to use anything sweet, but it does need something. So I use agave syrup. I usually purchase this either from the supermarket or Revital, and I'm going to add, again, it depends, sweetening it to taste. I like it quite fiery. I don't like the sweet taste. I try to minimize the amount that I put in. I'll put that much in, and remember that this is quite a large sized saucepan. So it's now ready. You can either use a colander and pour it into a big jug and keep it in that way. This is also excellent in the summer. You can keep it in the fridge and have it cold. It's a beautiful alternative to something like elderflower, and again, because it hasn't got sugar in it, it's just got a small amount of agave. It's very lovely in the summer months too. So I'm just going to get a cup and we can test it. Okay, so now we get to drink the fresh fruit ginger tea. Just use a ladle and pour into the teacup. And there you have fresh fruit ginger tea. Enjoy.